Welcome to another episode of Philosophise Now. This is our third video, and this one is called There is no need for God, we got the internet now. So you can more or less guess what's happening here. In the olden days, people would turn to God or the gods or different types of God for answers, and their knowledge was a bit limited, and it was early days, and so they would go to the local priest or priestess, and they will ask questions, or they will just directly contact the God themselves. Anyway, the point is that they will look for answers in religion. Then time moves on. We go to ancient Greece, and then we move to philosophy. So then they start to have all the pre-Socratics, and they start telling them the answers. No, I have the solution for you. I know exactly. Everything is made of water, or everything is made of fire, or all the different type of philosophies, especially in ancient Greece, right? And that was another source. You still got religion, and then that was another source for knowledge. Now, much later, we have science. So then we develop science, the scientific method, and then we start getting another source of knowledge in science. So we start to get another tool in our tool set to understand the world around us. So then, if you want to have answers to certain specific questions, then science can help you. And then very recently, now from the 90s, we got the internet, and the internet is it can encompass everything together. The internet, you can agree with me, it's amazing. So I was struggling to find anything that the religion can provide and the internet can't. So some people would say, well, hope, but you can have hope without religion. The afterlife, well, can provide that, probably not. Maybe we have, like in Black Mirror, San Junipero, that episode, where, well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but basically, I don't know if I want to spoil it for you, but yes, you get loaded into a server, right, and you can exist in there, and certainly the internet will have to be somewhere there, right? You have to be interconnected, and then you're basically living in a server. So going back to our topic today, the episode is pretty short, and is about how the internet is so pervasive and has answered everything. The olden days, you would be in a family reunion, or you're watching a film and just like, oh, remember that one? Who was acting in that film? And then, oh, I think it was Tom Cruise. No, it was this one. No, it was the other one. Oh, I guarantee you, I'm 100% sure it was Tom Cruise. No. And then you have this kind of fight, and then somebody will come out as the winner, because he's the film buff, he knows everything about cinema. But then these days, you no longer have this, because you say something, oh, remember that film? And instead you go to Internet Movie Database or Google, boom, and you got the answer, and there's no discussion, there's no banter. So so that's a bit sad, but it's good. It's good to have the truth. So, and then in the past, you usually you have some life-changing news when you are maybe a teenager, right? And you want to tell all your friends, but you don't want to say it in school. And what you do is you pick up the phone, your landline, right? And you will pick up and you will call each one of your friends, and one by one, this is what happened to me, what should I do, blah, blah, blah. And then you go one by one. You have a little book, right? You have a little book where you have all the telephone numbers from all your friends, and then you dial the number, and then you call them. And they explain the same story 4, 5, 6 times, depending on how many friends you have, no? And they will give you different pieces of advice. And Nowadays, you no longer do that, right? You just put it on social media, or you have your personal WhatsApp group with your friends, and you just send them, this is what happened to me, please help me, what should I do? And then it's even worse than that, because nowadays you can just put it in social media, and even strangers can say, this is my advice to you, or I am an expert in this field, and definitely you should consider doing this. And the incredible thing is that some of those strangers, they probably can provide better advice than your friends, right? More proven, or maybe they're really experts in that kind of situation, or you can at least consider multiple different solutions to your problem. You don't have groupthink where everybody is thinking the same because they're in the same environment, they all have the same kind of common background, the same points of view, so you always arrive to the same type of advice, and then you are missing opportunities outside of the box. So this I find incredible, and that's the power of the internet, right? So then in the article, when I wrote it, then I have a second part, and the second part is that I was bemused by something called outsourced praying. So basically, I believe it's only in America. I don't know if they have in other countries, but basically in America, they have groups of people where you can, if you are too busy, or you are maybe, you don't have the time, or you can actually outsource your prayers. So you can ask a certain group of people, they will do it for you. They can do it for money, or some of them are for free. They will do pro bono. And they even have an answering machine. So you can call the number, and if they are not online, or they are not, you can call pick up the phone and call the answering machine and say, please, I'm gonna have an exam, very important exam, is the exam of my life. I could do with some help. I will pray on my own, but it would be maybe better result if I get a whole group of people praying for me to pass this exam. And then that's it. Then at a certain time, the group will meet, and they will pray for you to have an excellent exam, right, and to pass. And then you start thinking, and you say, well, this is quite good. If you pay a small amount every month, then I don't have to pray at all, right? I just have my praying tax, right? I pay my little contribution to the group, and they will do all the praying for me. I will be fully protected. It's like an insurance company, right? And then you start thinking, well, what happens if you have competing pray for you companies or groups that they will try to fight for your money, right? And they start maybe they align themselves, and they start raising the price, and all of them are in it. They are all colluding with each other and trying to fix the prices, and the prices keep going up and up. I cannot afford this outsourced praying, and I don't have time, so maybe I might as well just stop praying just because of economical reasons. So that was one thing, but why not take it a step further? Why not outsource God itself? You could say, okay, believing in God, right? So I would say, all right, I currently believe in this God, but there are a lot of claims that there are many other gods. Maybe when I pass, I was praying to the wrong God, and it was so easy. Everybody was praying for the wrong one, and then all these people, they got it right, and they are the ones that are in heaven, and then you did it wrong, you made a mistake. So why take the risks? Why not pay a monthly fee, and you can outsource your believing in God, in all the gods, all of them. So all and any future gods, you can have like a nice policy there. So yeah, why not do that? I think it would be a good model. You could get a little plaque, that you could pay, I'm covered, like when you used to have in the olden days, you have, especially in Spain, in the olden days, you have a little tile that says insured for against fire, and if you had that tile in on your wall at the street level, then when the firemen came to save you, they saw that you had a tile, so they will save you. But if you didn't have it, then we just let your house burn because you didn't pay the money. So this is something like that, right? You got a little plaque with a little QR code, and then anybody that comes try to convince you that, you know, to believe in their God, they can pick with their phone, they can scan the QR code and say, oh, he's covered. Okay, I won't bother, you know, he's already paying the tax. So that was all for today. Oh, it's a short episode, and I chose Nietzsche because of his famous saying, God is dead. And I think if God wasn't dead, I think it's no longer relevant, maybe thanks to the internet. So yes, that was all for today, and enjoy, and hopefully you can go and read the original article, which is very short and have some other things in there, and then leave any comments at the bottom, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.